America is typically divided into two main groups, politically speaking, the Democrats and the Republicans. Up north, there's often a sense of superiority over those in the South due to this. There's also a myth that the South is more racist than up north.
Oh, you must be so glad to be in New York. The South is so racist. The South is so racist. Oh, you mean the part of the South that starts at Canada and ends at Mexico? Find me a part of America that's not racist. I'll move today. I'll wait.
This is from the South's history with racism and oppression, slavery, the Civil War, Jim Crow. Everywhere you turn, especially in more rural towns down south, you see the Confederate flag. There are many who fly this flag who genuinely believe it no longer has a racist message. Rather, it is just showing a part of their heritage.
It was a little upsetting because I'd like to be able to show my history, and I think school, it's a great place to be able to show that you know your true history and be able to be proud of it.
Some may think this, but the Confederacy isn't a part of Southern heritage. It lasted for 4 years, barely a blip in Southern culture. The South is definitely less secretive about their racism, but this does not equate to a non-racist and perfect North. The number of black men and women in the South also makes stereotypes of Southern stupidity deeply concerning. When people make the claim that those with Southern accents must be stupid, they do not realize the racial undertones. When Northerners first started making these generalizations, they did so due to the perception that the Southern accent was more closely related to Black English, something people in the North associated with stupidity. Those who see Southerners as intellectually inferior need to consider how these stereotypes might negatively impact Black communities and their opportunities for success. Education in southern states is typically lackluster. Poverty rates are higher and incomes lower. Teacher salaries are below average in most southern states. Math and reading proficiency rates tend to be lower, while high school graduation stays fairly similar. Children born into poverty in the Deep South are less likely to escape poverty. They're also less likely to grow up to earn more than their parents. The Republican Party is the majority and holds control of all state legislatures in the South, which as of late has especially not helped education. Another reason for the South having a bad name is the fault of hookworms, a parasite that feeds on blood, and when infected you become sickly and exhausted. Between 1865 to 1910, it is estimated that 40% of the South's population had hookworm. Hookworms thrive off of poor hygiene. Many southern states had large populations of poverty, limiting their access to clean water or sanitation. After an infection, many farmers were too fatigued to tend to crops or livestock. This spread rapid misconceptions that the South was full of lazy Southerners.
There's a big holly tree down the road here from me, where you lay down $1 or 10.